Hey everybody, welcome back. Movie review time, where we geek out about a movie we just saw, and we just saw Spies in Disguise.
No.
1917.
No.
Star Wars again.
No.
Uncut Gems.
No.
Underwater?
Yes.
Hey, that's what we just saw, and we're here to talk some spoilers about it. So we'll give you a chance to click out if you don't want anything spoiled, but you can check out our no spoiler review, which I recommend you doing anyways, because that's more of our actual thoughts on the movie. In the meantime, I will tell you, if you like movie reviews, movie reactions, movie madness, things like that, check out my the Stardust app, or check out my Patreon, where we do all kinds of movie reviews. You can find those by looking up TheEricButts, using links in the description below. Keep in mind, we don't consider ourselves critics or film reviewers. We're just, even though I was on Nostalgia Critic, I was on a trending video, y'all. I keep forgetting to tell people that part of it. We were like number 21 trending. But you know, we just like to talk about movies and geek out about them and all that kind of stuff. And there's all of that said and done. If you didn't see our no spoiler review, we also did a bonus unboxing because we didn't have a lot to talk about the movie. And I guess that's it. So spoilers. And again, sucker for these kind of movies. And the one thing I wanted, here comes the big spoiler. I was kind of hoping it'd be cool if we get a giant underwater kaiju. Boy, did we get a cool giant underwater kaiju.
I'm still trying to decide if it's more of a Kraken or a Cthulhu.
It's a crack Cthulhu. It's a crack Cthulhu. There you go. It also kind of reminded me of a giant xenomorph a little bit. I mean, it's not quite as like shiny and shelled, but it had kind of almost the shape. It's like if the xenomorph had like 1,000 teeth kind of thing. Yeah. And yeah, we got that. And that's the part where I kind of squirmed down into my chair with the big reveal. I was like, oh, careful what you wish for. Oh, you just might get it.
Yeah. And I thought actually it was very interesting that apparently the other smaller versions of it lived on it. Yeah,
well, not to spoil this for Cloverfield for you, but I came out of it saying I kind of wanted to go rewatch Cloverfield. They kind of do something like that in Cloverfield. And I was also saying it's a shame this wasn't a Warner Brothers, because this could totally be in their Monsterverse, which would have been kind of neat to have a secret sequel tie-in to this. But
you mean like the Godzilla stuff?
Yeah.
Okay.
The Toho Monsterverse.
I was getting confused with the Dark Universe for a moment.
Oh yeah, no, that's a whole other thing. But yeah, I mean, sound design and all that kind of stuff, it was really, really cool. Kristen Stewart's good. I like the deaths, that first death, the depressurization with the guy's glass cracking and everything. That's pretty brutal. And then them sucking freaking TJ Miller out of his suit. I was like, ew. It can't taste good. I imagine he doesn't taste good. I think a lot about what actors taste like.
The thing is, like, when she's getting attacked towards the end, like when they're trying to get into the base, and the thing basically is like swallowing her whole.
Yeah.
I'm sitting here going like,
that was awesome.
Damn!
Yep. How long are you gonna wait to shoot your way out? And then I was waiting for her to like, come get some when she gets out, because they all looked at her like, oh, she can do that. Uh-oh. Maybe we don't want to eat this one. Or do we want to eat this one? I don't know. Should we eat this one? Let's eat this one.
Yeah. One of two things is going to happen when you come crawling out of one of those guys. Either you're going to scare the crap out of the rest of them, or you've really pissed them off.
Right.
Those are basically the only two outcomes.
And I think you actually did scare them, but then they pulled away to reveal Big Mama.
Yeah. Well, and it wasn't so much that they pulled away. It was just Big Mama apparently pulled away whatever they
all nesting on her.
Yeah.
That was pretty cool. And, you know, and I mean, again, it was kind of neat that couple survived, but it's like, again, I just didn't feel any emotional connection to them. So, I mean, there are places, even not looking for a lot out of this movie, there are still places it could have been a little bit better, just in characterizations, make me care a little bit more.
I had emotional attachments to them, but at the same time, it's like, you're still cheering for them to some degree. Yeah,
you want somebody to survive. I guess because they spent the most time with the psyche of Kristen Stewart, I would have liked to have seen her survived, but I kind of liked that they didn't, and that she just stayed behind. Is like, let's light this fucker up, and just, you know, did the Chekhov's gun of blowing up the nuclear reactor thing.
Yeah.
Take out the Big Mama to save the other two.
Yeah, it only looks like the explosion took out the back half of Big Mama, so I was like waiting for if the top half eventually made its way up to the surface, and they're going like, oh, fuck.
Then Ron Perlman comes over, gets the salvage rights, and turns into Pacific Rim. I'm telling you, I wish this was Warner Brothers, man. They could have tied it into all that stuff. That would have been kind of cool.
Actually, I kept waiting because I liked what they did with all the newspaper articles and stuff at the beginning and the end.
Yeah.
Because I think that did a really good job of, at the beginning, setting things up so that you could basically launch right into the action.
Which they did.
In about 2 minutes.
Yeah, which they did.
Because if you've been paying attention, you already know that there's weird shit going on down there. There's been sightings of things.
Yeah.
And hazardous work conditions, yada yada yada. So, but at the end, I was halfway expecting going, survivors from blah 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 accident die in mysterious car crash.
Right, yeah, to keep them quiet kind of deal. Yeah, I'm surprised they kind of didn't do that. No post credit. Not that it needed one. It's a fairly self-contained monster movie. It does, again, I like that opening shot too, kind of going down the rig and down to the drill, deeper and deeper into the ocean, giving you a sense of just how deep everything actually is. I like that there were like 316 people on that thing, and they got like 22 of them out, then the last 6 or 7. So a lot of people bid it, I guess.
Oh, yeah.
Because that was a pretty thrilling sequence, actually, or the beginning, the collapse of like the bulkheads and stuff, just coming closer and closer. And then even showing it from the outside, just the pressurization, that was pretty cool. The claustrophobia of having to crawl through some of those broken down things.
I tell you, I would not want to make one of those movies, or be an actor in one, because that water is probably cold, and you're wet most of the time.
It gets cold. They do their best to warm it up and stuff, but yeah, it's gonna get cold. Yeah, you're gonna be wet and miserable most of the time. Yeah, but then you get to soak in the hot tub after.
I'm sure that helps you stay in character.
Yeah, I'm sure that plays in a little bit too. I mean, at least it's not like when they made The Abyss, that they actually like bought out this giant water tank and really built the full place underwater, and they were really like underwater all day. It's kind of neat. I always loved the making of that movie because of all that stuff. But I love like sets underwater and stuff, and flooded sets and things like that. And you're right, it does get miserable, because I remember I have a mild bit of experience on a half flooded set. And, I was running camera, and I'd have to get down in there neck deep to get some of the shots, and it's like, oh.
Why did I think this was a good idea?
It looks amazing, but this sucks. You get all those nice reflections and bouncing the light around and everything. That's pretty good stuff, though. Watching them, like, splosh through, and just the way it kicks up for the camera.
And the thing is, also, it's like, same thing happened in Gravity. It's like, okay,
I haven't seen Gravity, and let's not spoil anything. Just giving you the heads up.
It's not a spoiler, really.
Okay.
It's just like, is it really necessary to strip down to your underwear to get into a suit?
Probably.
I am genuinely, this is because I'm sitting here going like, is this just an excuse to get women in underwear?
No, I think there really is probably some truth to that. I would imagine it's just less moving parts, less friction, less things to get snagged or trapped. I can see logic behind it. I don't know if it is true.
I'm genuinely curious.
Yeah, if you know, let us know in the comments. Any like divers out there, if you're getting like full deep sea suits and stuff.
Yeah.
We'd love to hear that.
I mean, if you're wearing a wetsuit, then yeah, you're usually in a swimsuit underneath that. But
yeah, well, that's technically underwear. I mean,
but the thing is, this isn't like a skin tight wetsuit,
right? But yeah, you can let us know.
I'm just curious.
Yeah, no, it's a fair curiosity. I don't really know. There's really much to talk about spoiler-wise, because again, it's pretty straightforward.
Yeah.
Shit goes wrong, trapped underwater, have to get somewhere through impossible odds, people get picked off one by one. It is what it is. It's a B movie, man. It's a traditional kind of throwback B movie monster movie.
I was really surprised the one guy survived.
Not Paul Rudd?
Then, yeah. Mostly because I kept expecting him, but when they found when the two women found each other at the end, that she was dragging a dead body.
Yeah.
And she never bothered to check until, they get to the basement and go like, oh, God.
Yeah, they could have gone a lot darker with it, too, in places, I guess. I mean, they didn't need to.
That's really what I was expecting.
Yeah, and then she could have just been broken down, trauma, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, there are definitely places you could have made this more interesting, but
yeah.
I don't know that it needed it.
Because where she was just muttering and talking to herself, basically.
Right, yeah.
That was like, oh, he's dead. He's got to be dead.
Yeah, that's what I'm with you. I had that kind of same thought for a minute, yeah. Yeah, I'm still not sure why he got to be just dragged the whole way. It's like, that's the job I want. Just you ladies deal with it. I'll just be here.
Because he had a concussion or something.
That's right. Yeah. The water thing, the rebreather.
First of all, his oxygen
refresher.
fucked up.
Something like that.
Yeah, what oxygen scrubber? I think is what they call
Scrubber.
it.
Yeah, there you go. Thank you. Yeah.
But yeah, it got fucked up, and plus he'd been concussed a few times because the things kept trying to eat him.
Yeah. They were hungry. They hungered for not Paul Rudd, and they're like, this is diet Paul Rudd. I ordered regular. Sorry to the actor that plays him. He was a fine actor. I kept thinking, wow, it's not Paul Rudd.
I do wonder what they called the monsters, though. Like, did they just call them monsters, or did they have, like, a name for the species?
They also kind of reminded me a little bit of the alien hybrid from Alien Resurrection at the end. A little bit, now that I'm thinking about it. And it is Fox. Maybe this was like an Alien Resurrection prequel sequel. That's where they came from. We're supposed to think they dug them out, but it's really when Clone Ripley crashed and stuff from that movie, and yeah, that's what it is. And then Jason X showed up because this is actually Earth 2, and I'm just gonna mix all the movies together. But yeah, I mean, again, it's hard to talk spoilers when there's nothing really to spoil, but that's kind of our thoughts, I guess. I don't really have much more. I enjoyed it. I got what I wanted out of it. Yeah. I didn't get any more, I didn't get any less. I got what I wanted out of it, so cool beans.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let us know. Did you see this movie? You gonna see this movie? What'd you think about it? What's some of your favorite underwater creature features? Definitely comment below. Let us know. We love to hear what you have to say. Other than that, you can click that thumbs up button and give us that good old thumb of encouragement, as we do love to be encouraged. Check out the Patreon. Check out the Stardust app, TheEricButts, or use the links in the description below. Now we're gonna get out of here so we can go watch some more stuff and talk about some more movies, and we'll see you all later.